In the heart of the Kent countryside is a business that for more than 40 years has been growing alongside its plants. Palmstead Nurseries produces over 1 million shrubs and perennials for sale each year. More than 2,000 different species from this 120-acre site at Wye near Ashford. It's a far cry from its humble beginnings, born from a family passion.
Well, we started really in my parents' back garden, propagating plants, and then bought a 3-acre field in 1968. Had no idea that it might grow into what it has.
John Langman's early years in business came at a period of change in the industry. He had the foresight to realise that those changes would endure.
When I started the nursery, container growing had only just started, that is, growing plants in pots. Up until then it had been very expensive with a soil-based compost and a clay pot, so most things were grown in the ground. But with the advent of garden centres, there was a greater demand for plants in the other part of the year, which was April, May and September, October, which you could not lift plants from the field. And while some of the traditional nurseries thought it was just a fad, I could see that it was going to be something that was going to recur for many years. I was very lucky to have a father who was an accountant. So my father's advice was to not put all your eggs in one basket. So he said that 10% was the maximum any one customer should be, and that we've kept to ever since.
John's father would be pleased then that Palmstead's business today numbers around 1,500 landscape and amenity organisations, mostly landscape contractors, garden designers and local authorities. It's a highly competitive industry with pressure from growers across Europe.
The advantage we have as a nursery is that we are able to offer a one-drop solution for most of our customers. So they can actually come to us and purchase an enormous wide range of plants, ranging from smaller 9-centimetre containers to quite large trees that we produce in the open ground or in containers. That is an enormous advantage to them because they get it all in one day, it's all delivered to their site exactly when they want it, and our customers like that.
Palmstead has moved location twice as it's grown. With a focus on producing quality plants to meet client needs, it enjoys an annual turnover of around £3.5 million. It's reinvested its profits in the company, particularly its IT system. Vital data enabling it to be adaptable in a changing market is provided by its software.
From the point of view of planning the stock that we grow, we sell the plants to people. That tells us how many plants we've sold. It can tell us how many plants we need to plant for the future. So it is totally instrumental in production planning, but also within the nursery as far as controlling the atmosphere for growing the plants. The computers control all of the irrigation and they control all of the atmospheres within the glass houses and within the tunnels that we grow the plants in.
Palmstead invests in people too, the 50 staff who contribute to the family feel managers have fostered in the business. In his late teens, Geoffrey came seeking a summer job and found a career. 10 years on, he's responsible for a key part of the operation.
80% of our sales come from producing plants in this glasshouse. We only buy in 20%, so there's quite a lot of pressure on us producing quality products that are going to do the majority of the sales of the nurseries. All staff that work here, if not coming with a passion for plants, certainly develop a passion for plants having worked here.
We try and grow that product here with a fairly soft footprint where possible. But we are a plant factory. We do have to have, we do make use of some chemicals, but we also use biological controls wherever possible. and especially in the protected tunnels and glass houses. We also recycle all our water. All the water off the roofs of the buildings and off about 70% of the beds that we're growing on. The rainwater and the surplus irrigation water is collected and goes back to the reservoir, it settles out, and then it comes back again after it's been treated and cleaned up. So that's sustainable.
The strength of the business helped secure a contract to supply more than 60,000 plants to the site of the London Olympic Park. Palmstead Nurseries continues to adapt to customer demand and sees its market share increasing by expanding its plant range, contract growing and online sales.
I'm sure the future is good because there is much more awareness now of the environment and the effects of plants on people. So I'm quite sure that the future is going to be very green.